What's up, y'all? Jeffrey of Jeffery TV, coming to you live on Memorex, undisclosed location, alternate weekend route. It's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. And in regards to that, two things. One, it's 70 degrees, roughly, and sunny. There was a time, just maybe a couple months ago, where 70 degrees was freezing. There was a time, barely a couple months ago, where this would be seen as not the most gorgeous day, but a little bit chilly, in fact. But it's hard to say because it's so sunny and airy and beautiful. But maybe back a couple months ago, the air wouldn't feel this way. The air wouldn't feel this way. It would be a different kind of 70. I don't know if it's climate or weather or, whatever you want to call it. But 70 feels different. Like my buddy years ago at Avocon, he said, because we was arguing over the thermostat. We was like 70 is 70. He's like, nope. Because 70 in the winter feels very different than 70 in the summer. And I was like, oop, you got me on that one. So this 70 that I'm feeling right now feels really good because fall has launched, seasonal change, and we had a few days of, it got down to like 55. I think it was like down to 48 or something at night. So that's why this sunny, not so overcast, warm feeling from our star that we feel on planet Earth, 93 million miles away, feels so good. It's airy too, airy. Another thing I was thinking about, the beautiful day thing. When you're younger, you don't give a damn. When you're younger, it could be raining, snowing, hailing, it could be a tornado. The weather really doesn't matter. It's when you get older and can appreciate, damn, it's a beautiful day. You just wake up and say, wow. You can really kind of get into it. Look at that BK subs. Can you see that BK subs over there? See if I can zoom in for you. I know it's gonna be terrible. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the BK subs. I like seeing little local places like that with like older historic architecture, older sign. And all that. Look like they might make good food. Well, I don't know if it might make good food. Look like something I would want to try. I don't like the new franchisey looking like that KFC over there, that cookie cutter franchise look that you see in all the cities across the country, looking exactly the same. But I was just appreciating how beautiful a day it was. How much just the weather and the climate can affect how you feel. I'm like, what is that about? So when you're younger, you don't give a damn. We go outside in the rain. Didn't matter, we still wanted to go. Except for if it was a snow day in school. But then even then, we would want to go outside and play in the snow, even though we didn't go to school. So I'm up on this beautiful Saturday, laid in the bed till about 10. Jeep Renegade. Laid in the bed till about 10. Like an hour later than what I usually get up at 9. Woke up a little bit earlier. Just, just on my phone, looking at videos, just spending time myself. For whatever reason, my mother's TV was on loud, and I can hear it. And that bothers me at different degrees, different moments, more sometimes, less sometimes. But later stages of her life and what she's going through, and the ailments and this and that, she don't got too much else. All she got is her TV and whatnot. She don't get out any at all, and don't see too many people. She's hanging in there. I give it to her. I'm not sure I could do it. I'm not sure I could do it, to be honest with you, but we'll see when that time comes. We'll see when that time comes how, I go through it, but I was thinking that I should show my daughter. See, if families were together or whatever, they'd be able to see it, but I guess my daughter went through it with my ex-wife's mother and learned how to, get a little bit of experience in handling the elderly, at the end of the road as they come to the end of their life. I mean, because bottom line, they're gonna die. We all gonna die. And somebody's should or may have to be, or somebody's gonna have to be and take care of it, And I said before, best case scenario is that you get an opportunity to, handle your parents' estate. Because nobody probably can do it better than you. And to go through that with them, to have that in your life. So when they're gone, you can remember, all that you went through and that have that whole kind of, I guess, like my unpacking after travel. Wrap everything up nice in a neat bow, probate, estate, all the financial stuff. What's it called? Not festive, what's it called? The services and all that. You gotta go through it. I went through it with my father, and I don't want to say that it'll make it easier for me, but experience does. Experience and familiarity does. There's something to be said for that process of learning and having been through something before. And understanding you have, having done it already. But we'll see. The time is going to come eventually for all of us. Yeah. You got to be there. And we get to the point where, we might not be capable or able to do anything. And I guess they got situations where the mind goes and the body is fine. And that's just, or in my mother's case, her mind is still strong and sharp, but her physical body is breaking down. It's humiliating and has to be, especially the kind of people she is and she was or is, how we were raised. Because I told her, I said, she asked me to do this and do that. I'm like, I'm not cut out to be that person. That's not me. Y'all didn't raise me to be that way. Y'all raised me, what's the problem? Let's fix it. That extra kind of compassion and sympathy, I may be proud to say I don't have. That kind of extra level of awareness and responsiveness that some people who are basically natural caregivers have. I don't want it. I can be anything I want to be, true. She told me that too. She said, you can do anything you want to do. I was like, you're right. But I didn't have her come back after that, you're right. So I said something, just the first thing that came to my mind. Said, you're right, so better than something. And so, but I had to realize I don't want to be that person. I don't want to learn that. Would I be better off for it? Probably. But still, I am what I am. And I stand in that. And I'm proud of it. And I'll defend it. I made it this far. I'm in a position to pay my own bills. I'm not dependent on anybody. I'm dependent on that job. And I'm cool with that. And I acknowledge that I'm dependent on them. And I give them. And I'll say that. You know, I'm their slave. Even though this company's so goddamn liberal, they don't even like talking like that. They don't even say the word no. I don't think there's discipline. I mean, I don't know, there might be discipline. Just because I don't get it, don't mean it don't happen. Just because, you know, it's been like years since I've been reprimanded or called in or, you know, got a ding, a major ding or anything. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. But, what was I saying? I was talking about the job being liberal. Oh, I'm not that person. I'm not that compassionate. The job is compassionate. That natural, like new liberal, whatever it is, awareness, wokeness, caring, compassion, love, and all that bullshit. I like who I am. And again, I might be Republican. I might have to vote Republican. See, but you know what? If this administration, Trump and them come in and they see what they do and how they do it and the way things go, and the next voting cycle, I might be Republican. It could be that close. Because I'm telling you, from what I know about Donald Trump, what I know, what I believe about his character, is that he's gonna do something. He's gonna do something startling, exciting, or off the wall to agitate or to glorify something. He's gonna do something. That's just what he does. And I ain't mad at that. But I'm thinking he's gonna do something really big and nice for black people or for minorities or something, just to show the left that he can do it. He's gonna do something to shake them up like that. Something that is gonna be undeniably beneficial to groups that people swear up and down he's racist or against or discriminates against. And then of course they say, oh, he's just doing that to blah, blah, blah. Oh, he's just doing that to blah, blah, blah. He just gave him $8 billion more than any other president or organization ever has in the history of black colleges. He's just doing that so we like him. Maybe, but he did it. He did it, but he's still racist. I mean, there's no figuring people's feelings or their beliefs. They can, you know, there's no logic. They can believe whatever they want. And I realize that. It took me a few years, but maybe about 10 years ago, when George Bush, when all the Democrats and left people were going after George Bush, and even I did too. Even I did too, because I felt my atheism, my religious beliefs were under attack by these hyper-Christian principles that were being pushed. And I saw an ad that probably got me that said, you know, George Bush is this, George Bush is that. Then I saw something else saying that they had something in place to where they wanted George Bush to go through, they wanted Jeb to go through, and to inflict that, you know, what I felt was anti-atheistic ideals or whatever. That's what I felt it was, to put it crudely. So I went out and voted against them. I figured who I voted for, but I voted against them. Wow, that was a long time ago. Who did I vote for? Bill Clinton? No, wow. That's so long ago. I got to check. But anyway. And now, I'm fulfilled and satisfied that my non-religious beliefs have been recognized. So I'm good. So I'm to the point now that y'all can be Christian as much as y'all want. In fact, there's a major uptick in the display of Christianity. People say they love Jesus, all glory to God. I got no problem with it. You got to live with it, not me. I'm good. Especially since when the data shows that more people are becoming non-religious and outright atheistic as time goes on, and the younger kids. And I told my wife and them, and I knew a long time ago, I said, you can do whatever you want. Preach Jesus to them, teach them that, you know. Because, you know, my ex-wife, she, you know, they teach them all you want, go ahead. They're going to grow up with the internet in their hand. That's all they need. They're going to grow up with access to the largest repository of information in mankind's history. And they're going to learn to use it. And they're going to get answers. And they're going to get answers that are much more satisfying, fulfilling, and make much more logical sense than any religion or religious ideas or religious artifacts or religious tenets that you would put in front of them to believe. It's just not going to add up to them. And I know that's just going to happen naturally, so I ain't even worried about it. I ain't even worried about it at all. Because we all went through the arguments. All the arguments are out there. They've been hashed out. You know, what's real, what's not real about the Bible, how the Bible was created, Council of Nicaea. People got together, King James just changed the damn thing, Martin Luther, all them. We know how it all went through. And it's out there now. And kids will make up their own decision. And then they'll see, hey, I don't need this. I'm doing okay without this. So I ain't worried about all that. So when I see Tomlin wearing his cross and all the Steelers get on TV thanking God, wearing the eye black, the cross eye black, everybody wants to be on Jeffery TV. Wearing the, you know, crucifix eye black, and, you know, Jameson Winston got on there, all glory to God, all glory to God. You know, these are young boys. They're young, you know, and I said before, to be that age, have all that money and all that temptation out there, I ain't mad at them for having God or fearing God or having something in their life like that. Better that than nothing. And at that age, being an athlete, probably being more macho than cerebral, probably done more working out than reading, you know, more brute force solutions to problems than actually finessing and working it out. I mean, because these athletes are monsters. These are monsters. These are giant, huge, physical monsters. Off the field, hopefully not so much. But on the field, they're supposed to be the most violent, capable, fast, strong. They're supposed to be superhuman on the field. And with the mentality that goes with it. Playing at the highest level against the best. Something that's been instilled in them since they were, they know all their lives, since they were 3, 4, 5 years old. The NFL. The respect that they have for it, the respect that's there, the money, the prestige that comes with them coming up as being a star player in their neighborhood, in their high school, their college. They're celebrated, they're primed, they're prepped. That's why at the draft, when they finally get drafted by an NFL team, a lot of them cry. They realize that the dream, they realize this is what they've been working all their life for, to get to that point. And they've been trained to do that, trained to be beasts on the field. So I'm happy they got something that they look up to, something that they, quote unquote, respect at a high level. You see this here? Zap. Ontario, California. November 3rd, Zap. Lonely Boys, House of Motley. What's Zap doing out here with them? What's Zap doing out here with them? So like I said, when they get on TV talking about thanking God, it don't faze me no more, because I'm where I need to be. Before it would affect me because I wasn't where I needed to be. Now I'm where I need to be. I don't care about anybody else. And that's kind of where I am with this as far as the situation with black people. I don't care what white people do. What white people do ain't got nothing to do with me. I was thinking the other day too, I talk about, what I don't like about black people. I'm highly critical about black people. I'm highly critical, hypercritical of black people. I may not say nothing about white people, and that might be true. Because basically I don't care what they do. What they do is not any under my control or anything. I can have an opinion about it, but I don't. Because I'm more focused on what we need to do, what black people need to do. I become critical about black people, more critical about black people than white people, because I really don't care about what white people do. And to some degree, I think that black people think about white people a lot more than white people think about black people. Black people probably not even a blip on the radar of white people. So it's hard for black people to think that white people go around and just don't think about it. You see black people say, oh, white people, they plotting against us, they doing this. Look at that, she doing that because she don't like black people. They just trying to keep us down, they doing that. I'm thinking white people don't even give a damn about y'all. Y'all ain't even on the radar. And a lot of times, in their area or their vicinity where they hang out, there ain't no black people. Well, black people might not be able to say that. They could probably go through their whole life, minimal contact with black people. So black people ain't even on the radar at all. Let alone be plotting to hold them down or to, keep them this way or that, or hating on them. They just are non-existent. And that's kind of how I feel about white people. They cool. I hang. I'm Western, so I really like a lot of the Western ideologies and Western principles and Western methods. I really like all that stuff. I'm into it. I believe in those principles and ideals. Is it white? Is it Caucasian? Definitely. It was built through Greece, Rome, Britain, and the United States. I like capitalism. I like the judicial system. I just like the way it's laid out. Hell, I like the paperwork and the bureaucracy. I like the regimen of it. Because once you understand all that, it becomes very easy to manipulate in your favor. And manipulate may be not the best word to use, but to get it to act in your favor. You can anticipate the behavior of the system and work it to your advantage. Oh, this is all empty. Oh, that's not empty up there. I guess it's not. It's not empty. It just looks just unmarked. Something's definitely going on up there. Probably Loma Linda University Hospital or something. Guy using the building, made the building to have more space. And ain't so much worried about branding or marketing. Yeah, in fact, they go Loma Linda University right there, see? I don't know if you can see that, but that's the Loma Linda University building back there. So you get all these kind of escape room and different kind of, I guess, would you call these office buildings or outlet office buildings? What would you call them? Do I need to clean that lens? Yeah, I did. So, we out here Saturday, feeling good. The scale told me 211.4 today, which is real for Saturday at this time, one of the best maybe this year. At this time, first wake up Saturday before my walk, 211. Not too long ago, it said 211 also. These people always here. I think they live there. They always there. That's that old man and that lady. They always here. And so, it kind of doesn't matter if, now I'm just talking to play it off, because I was trying to act like I wasn't filming them. They always be there. That's their house. That's their place. Anyway, forgot where I was. Forgot what I was talking about. Oh well. I'm sure I'll think of something else as I walk. As I'm approaching the turnaround point of this walk. Oh, I was thinking, I know what I was talking about. Waking up this morning, getting on the scale at 211. Same as I was last week, and same, I believe, as the lowest I've been this year. As I check, because I check back, I go back and I check. And I think that 211 was the lowest I've been this year. In fact, I got a spreadsheet. It's in Excel. I can sort it and manipulate it and filter it and I can find out for sure, but probably can do it now on my phone. And then display it to you. I could pause it. I could pause the video, go find an Excel spreadsheet, open it up, sort it, filter it, take a screenshot of it, turn the video back, unpause the video, and then display it. That's the kind of geeky stuff I like to do on my walks. But anyway, it said 211, and it was like the first week of September. I got down really low to the point to where I got up at 211, first week of September. It was probably 90 degrees outside. I walk around in a sauna suit. I sweated off like 5 pounds. I went down to 206 something. I went from 211 to 206. And I knew that was just a weird anomaly number. I knew that was too much. That was all water weight. I knew, but it still felt good to see that 206. I don't give a damn. Weighed myself twice just to be sure. And of course, as soon as I looked at a glass of water, put on 2 pounds, ate a little bit of something, just shot right up. But last week, I don't know what happened. Last week, I do not know what happened. I mean, I guess I do know, and it's hard for me to blame it on just not getting steps. Even though I walk every day religiously, I hadn't missed walking steps in 10 months, probably 300 days since February. I got my 10,000 steps in. I'm averaging 14,000 steps a day because on work days I get about 16,000 steps in. And that was the first 2 days since February I stopped walking and my weight shot up. I took off that Monday and my weight just shot up. I shot up like 16 pounds or something like that. I mean, from one anomaly to another. From the 208, which was probably too low, not an accurate reading, but just, low reading, up to the 224 that night at the peak before I got in bed. But then after that, I got back to my normal routine on Tuesday. That weight just was coming off 3 pounds a day, basically. It was like 3 pounds a day dropping. And I get on the scale the other day and it said 212. I was like, only 212? Then I checked yesterday and it was 215. I had dropped like 3 pounds. I was like, oh, okay, that's good. And then before that 215, it was like 218. Before that was 222. So, that weight came right off. And I knew it would. I was just shocked that the 220 went up so high. So, but this weekend, I'm gonna continue to get my steps in. I ain't gonna mess around. No matter what I do, I'm gonna be sure to get my steps in now. Cause there's gonna be some eating. I'm already fantasizing about cha-chas, carne asada steak burrito, a little bit of rice, no beans, extra cheese, extra meat, guacamole in there, and all that. That's what we want. So we'll see. And guacamole, hopefully, sometimes they don't be having guacamole. Trips me out. Sometimes they don't be having guacamole. I'm like, how can you not have guacamole? You gotta have guacamole. Oh boy, here we go. They be out here. They be out here. Come out here to my turnaround point. You going back too? Yeah, they be out here. There's some of them be out here. What can you do? How much compassion can you have, and how much understanding should you have? You can say you can't save all of them, and you can say this, you can say that, but how far do you go? How much do you intervene? How far do you go? How much of it, I was having this conversation with my niece, how much of it is your business? How much of helping other people is your business to where you may become intruding? All of a sudden you to the point where sometimes the left, in fact, I told her that her policies and whatever she is, if you take away helping people, her whole, what's it called? Man law. What's the word? The thing, your mission statement. You take away help people, the whole point of who they are, what they are, goes away. I was like, why you gotta help people? Just take care of yourself. What's with the helping people thing? Just take care of yourself. So much of what their ideals and beliefs are predicated on helping others. And it's probably none of their business. All of a sudden, I guess they put themselves in a certain status, say, oh, you need to be better here. You need to eat better here. There's a fine line between helping people who need help, helping people who want help, and helping people who don't want help. Or lumping a whole bunch of people in one group, like say all black men are this, identity politics. Or all poor people this, all poor people need that. You don't know. They can sit up in their elite situations and make that call. It makes it probably makes them feel better. Because I was like, you know, if you take away you helping people, most of your ideology and your policy and everything, your mission statement is done. It's over. It's just not sustainable. It doesn't make sense. You just gotta go with it. Or not. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of this whole social experiment, socioeconomic political statement. You either got to go with it or not. Either way, you look at it. We don't know. We don't know what's this or that. We just know we're here doing it. You do it, the only way you can do it is the way you know how, or the way you're programmed, or your feelings, or your subconscious. You just got to do you. And a lot of people don't even know who they are. So imagine that. They're just out here. Just be out here. Anyhow, I think I've said enough. Or I can stop this and start another one probably. I think that's what I'll do. I don't want 37 minutes. And I'm just babbling, and that's cool. I'm just babbling, talking, streaming consciousness, and that's cool. I'm with it. So we only got 2 times. Me for the phone. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this or any universe that ever was, is, or will be. Totality of it all, theory of universe, hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.